AI is taking over. It's all over the internet and people are relying on it for all sorts of tasks. Checking your code, giving you ideas in almost any field, writing your scripts, all whilst using advanced vocabulary. It's a pretty incredible tool. But why do I think it could destroy the print-on-demand industry? Well, first, let's find out what ChatGPT is, and who better to tell you than ChatGPT itself. A lot of news outlets reporting on this AI aren't doing it justice. This thing is so insanely powerful, it's actually unbelievable. And unfortunately, it comes with many risks to your own personal development. We'll start with a few major issues it poses on the print-on-demand world. Then, we'll go over some ways it can actually help further your success. And finally, we'll come to a conclusion to figure out if ChatGPT is worth using or if you should avoid it at all costs. A huge issue when using ChatGPT is it's taking away a lot of your creativity. It requires no skill, no knowledge, and no research. You're relying solely on its deep learning model. Now, you may be thinking, well, why is that an issue? That's brilliant. Well, let me tell you, this would mean an oversaturation of AI-generated unoriginal designs flooding the print-on-demand market by people who simply don't care about print-on-demand, but instead just want to make a quick buck by uploading thousands of mediocre designs. We don't want that. It's very unlikely that these designs are going to be unique, mainly because 100,000 people putting in the same question, there's a chance they're going to get back some of the same ideas. Either way, everything I've just said isn't even the biggest issue. The biggest issue is relying on this will have a negative effect, and in time, we will forget how to do the work ourselves. Instead, relying solely on ChatGPT's answers. And people may not realize this, but by doing this, you're only proving how unimportant your job actually is, and how easily it could be replaced by a robot. This tool will undoubtedly replace many jobs, but we don't want it to replace ours, do we? And by using it for every element of the business, coming up with ideas, coming up with designs, descriptions, all of it, it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. Designs that you see all over the internet eventually will be made solely using AI technology. And this is a scary thought. Getting a panic attack just thinking about it. And another important thing to consider, at the end of the day, this is just an AI tool. It's not always 100% accurate, and I've actually tested it a lot to find out that it spits out wrong information a lot of the time. So by no means should this substitute research. If anything, it should just aid your research. This all sounds rather bad, and for anyone out there who is an actual designer, who takes pleasure in creating designs, well, you'll probably look at this AI tool and hate it. Hate what it's going to do to the creative world, hate what it's going to do to your business and the print-on-demand industry, and more than that, the creative industry as a whole. We're talking writing, music, movies, poems, books, everything. Books, writing, that was the same thing. But either way, you know what I'm saying. So if you are a creative individual, chances are you might hate this AI tool. But for others, this tool might just be your lifeline. So let's have a look at the good elements of ChatGPT. We can use this tool to help spark creativity and ideas rather than using it to entirely replace creativity. If you're feeling a creative block, which we all have, I've felt that so many times, it's nice to just be able to ask ChatGPT for some help, to kickstart your brain again, to kickstart you into that creative flow. And because it's like a chatbot, it remembers the conversation you're having. So when you ask it a question, you can follow up with more questions and poke it and try and get even more detailed answer. And it will remember the whole previous conversation you've had. It's really flipping smart. It's crazy. It's scary. I'm getting nervous right now, but it's somewhat incredible. Now, as well as assisting on the design front, it can also assist with the titles, the description, keywords, and it can do all of this whilst making sure your descriptions and titles and everything are keyword rich and ready with search engine optimization in mind. All of this stuff, it can account for everything. Now, you always have to check what information ChatGPT is giving you because you want to make sure, A, it's not wrong, like I said earlier, but you also want to make sure it's not infringing on any copyrights or trademarks or anything like that. But all in all, this is an insanely powerful tool, but it needs to be used smartly, and at no point should you ever let it rob you of the opportunity to learn a new skill or maintain a skill. That's really flipping important. If you rely on it too heavily, it could have massive negative effects. But if you use it smartly, it can seriously help you increase your workflow, help you find new trends, and spark some creativity when you need it most. So, in conclusion, I'm gonna let ChatGPT come up with the conclusion for this video. And quite simply, I'm gonna ask it, hey ChatGPT, can you give me a conclusion for this script? Why not? Let's have a look. Right, got my laptop here. I'm gonna put in my question, enter. In conclusion, ChatGPT is a powerful deep learning model that can generate human-like text for a variety of tasks, including in a conversational context. While it can be useful for sparking creativity and generating ideas, it also poses risks for the print-on-demand industry. The oversaturation of AI-generated unoriginal ideas and the potential for job replacements are a major concern. It is important to use ChatGPT in moderation and to always double-check its output for accuracy and legality. While it may have some benefits, it should not be relied upon as a substitute for real research and originality in the world of print on demand. That is a pretty good conclusion. And I actually kind of feel bad for using ChatGPT to come up with a conclusion to this video, but it's true. You have to use it smartly if you're going to use it, and don't let it entirely replace you as a person, because you are important and you are needed in the print-on-demand industry. Now, if you found this video interesting and you want to see how AI is making designers even more obsolete, you've got to check this video out next, where I talk about an AI that helps you actually create the designs, the graphics. AI is blowing everyone's mind, and this video will undoubtedly blow your mind as well.